morning, everyone. How are you all? Give us a big Melbourne applause. That's better. Thank you very much. Welcome down to the Burvale Hotel. It is Melbourne night. This is the That's Good for Footy panel show. Sorry for the high energy, but that's how we go here. That's how we roll. We've got to keep it going. These are the only live and interactive footy panel shows going around in Australia. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. As the show goes on, that'll make more sense. All clear? Yeah. All right, that does make sense. Let's get on with it. Let's get our first panellist out here. You ready for this? Yeah. All right. I like your enthusiasm. You're a fiery bunch, aren't you? All right, here we go. He has played a total of 71 games and kicked a total of 44 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2015. When he plays for the Melbourne Football Club, he wears the number 4 on his back. You even know that. Well done. Please welcome to the stage, James Harmes.
It's a grand old flag. It's a high-flying flag. It's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of...
Gotta love that, don't you? Look at that smile. It's enough to warm up a room on a cold night. Nice to have you, Harmesy. How are you, mate? You well?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes.
Bit of a trek out here, but it's not too bad. It's good to be here, and I'm pretty excited.
It is a little bit of a trek, but we love the Demons fans, and that's why we're all here. We're here for you. You know that, don't you? Yeah, just reassure me again. That's all I need. Welcome to the show, though, mate. We'll have a little bit of fun, won't we?
Absolutely.
Absolutely we will. All right, our second panellist, he's played a total of 60 games. He's kicked 30 goals in his AFL career. He made his AFL debut back in also 2015, where he plays for the Melbourne Football Club. He wears the number 10. Yeah, you know that. Please welcome to the stage, Angus Brayshaw.
It's a grand old flag. It's a high-flying flag. It's the emblem for me and
Hey! G'day, Gus. Good to see you, mate. Nice to have you here. These two have been getting on like a house on fire. You wouldn't know they play football together out the back. Two really good mates. Nice to have you here, boys. What do you prefer, Angus or Gus? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, well,
Don't let him fall off the stage. Make sure you press him down again.
Wait, my mum bought 3 of them as well.
Did she really?
Well, because I got 2, Hamish and Andrew as well. They all have one as well. So they stand up there in our little footy shrine back at home. So, so it was I've completely...
No, that's all right. The question was just, is it Angus or Gus? What do you
whatever.
prefer?
It's all easy. I get Roy from Harmesy.
Roy.
Yeah, Roy.
So whatever works.
We can go with that too. All right.
It's all good.
We're just all mates here. That's all it's about here. Boys, what I want to do, we're going to get stuck into talking a little bit about football. It is a footy panel show, so we'll get into that, then we'll have a little bit of fun as the night goes on. We're going to do it in our first segment. It's called Talk to Me.
Talk to me. Talk to me. All I want is a little conversation.
So as the song actually says, talk to me and give me a little bit of input and discussion, all right? So we're going to talk about the talking points from round 2. You just give me some thoughts and opinion on this stuff as we go. Big winners from the weekend. The Cats over the D's, 80 points, yeah? All right, so we won't really be talking about that much, obviously. But big winners over the weekend. Collingwood 44 over the Tigers, Eagles 52 over GWS, Lions 20 over the Roos, who are now sitting second on the ladder, and the Dogs 19 points over the Hawks. There were some good games of football this round 2 that we just went through. I know yours wasn't particularly good, but we'll allude to that as we go on. But talking about those other games, there's some clubs starting to find a little bit of form. What are your opinions
I like the look of the
on round
Lions.
2?
I like the Lions. And,
Yeah.
we played them in the JLT and they've taken the game pretty seriously it's a JLT game, so no points on the line, but they were having a real crack, and I don't think it's too surprising they've sort of carried it over, so I like the way they're going.
Yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that. One of the coaches actually said that Brisbane reminds him of the way Demons played, a few years ago.
Okay.
So, they're really good around the ball and starting to build a really good list. And I thought Collingwood played really well the other night against Richmond.
That was a great game for them.
They just kept the ball
Richmond
off
might be a
them
bit of strife.
Yeah.
With Rance now and Rewald as well.
So, there's a few sides starting to find their straps, and hopefully we can this weekend.
Add us onto that list.
That's what we will get to as the night goes on, because that's what they all want to find out. But there are some interesting ones in there. When you talk about Fremantle, they've got a lot of run. There's a lot of youth that's been developed and coming to the club, so they're playing really well. On top of that, when you have a look at the Hawks, they had a really good game of football, apart from going down to the Dogs who came back. What was it? They won by 19 points, but they were 38 points down to get back to win by 19, so it was a 51-point turnaround. So there's a lot of run in the youth out there at the moment in those particular teams, and we mentioned Port Adelaide, we mentioned Fremantle, and we talk about Brisbane. You guys need to use that attacking style of football too. That'd be
Yeah,
what you've
absolutely.
been renowned for.
Yeah, well, that's right. I think that's what's been pretty frustrating is that, you all saw last year how we sort of finished the year and we're sort of building, and you saw a brand of football that we were sort of presenting every week that was exciting to watch, and I think we were the highest scoring team last year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's been really frustrating the first couple of weeks, obviously not being able to put it all together, but, I mean, we've got some really strong leadership. I think the Goodies, been really consistent through this whole period. I think at times it's easy if you get a really bad loss to go super negative, and then if you win a few games to get really high on yourself. But we've sort of been keeping an even keel, and I mean we know how to play good footy, we know how to win games. That's not up for debate. It's just sort of finding our best form, which is we feel pretty confident that that's coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and you want to get out in the field and execute that no two ways. The Sunday Arvo football that I wanted to allude to, the Hawks v Dogs. Dogs were 30 points down, that's what I was saying, at three-quarter time to come back and win, even though there were a couple of dubious umpiring decisions. And the reason I wanted to bring up this game is to talk about those umpiring decisions. As players, how do you see those particular decisions that can be a little bit iffish, and the game can be swung in your opponent's direction through those type of decisions?
Yeah, I guess for me, it's probably the umpires are a bit inconsistent with what they call. I know the Sicily one where he's hardly really touched him and it's a free kick. So, I've seen a lot worse happen on a football field and no free kicks being called. So, it's hard to, comment on it because the umpires have been so inconsistent about it. So if they're just consistent, then it's easier. It sends a message to the players on what is acceptable and what's not.
Yeah. I suppose one of the things I wanted to allude to, because I have to ask a lot of the questions and answer them myself because they're in regards to umpires, so you boys have to be very careful how you go here.
No media here, no AFL stuff.
No, nothing like that. But my point being from it is that you've got, I know what they were trying to alleviate out of the game, and that was those behind-the-scenes punches that were in the back, or, even punches to the throat. They wanted to get that out of the game, but I just think they've taken it just a step too far in the adjudication of what they're doing now.
Well, I mean, I think, it's probably a bit close to home is the thing that sort of, what they're trying to prevent is Andrew, my little brother, getting chinned and have his jaw broken for 7 weeks
Of course.
by Andrew Gaff. So I can understand why they've sort of tried to take it maybe a little bit far, but it's, I mean, it's hard. It's a hard job that they have, umpires, and, they run a heap as well. Like
Absolutely.
and they're absolutely bugging. And if I had to make those decisions, imagine at the end of each quarter when we're fucked, and then having to there's all sorts of things going on, and I feel, sometimes I think they get the rough end of a stick because everyone's so passionate about it, and it can cost people games as well. And that's why people get really caught up in what umpires do. But we make mistakes, they make mistakes,
And it's probably not the umpires that are making the calls; it's the people.
It's the people above who are telling what to do.
So they're just getting told what to do, and they're doing it. So
And they're just officiating.
That's it.
Too true. Although it was interesting, the one they came out and they've now apologised for it, or maybe not apologised, but said they got it wrong where I think it was Warple ran across from the centre bounce when he was saying that I'm about ready to bounce the ball. That's a pretty stiff penalty, But anyway, I wanted to allude to those things just to get a little bit of insight from you boys, how you see that. Big injuries from round 2. Your old mate used to play with the Melbourne Football Club, Jackie Watts.
That's a shame.
the big
Gone
whopper.
down.
Yeah.
What do you know? Have either of you boys been in contact with him just to obviously wish him well? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spoke to him Sunday night. Just sent him a text and wished him all the best.
Okay.
He seemed pretty happy, in good spirit. But that's how Wattsy is. So it's hard to get too much out of him.
Yeah.
But I'm wishing him all the best and a speedy recovery. But not too much. on that front.
What's been the diagnosis from? I know what it is.
Broken leg,
Broken
leg.
I think he broke his ankle and dislocated the ankle as well at the same time.
Right.
So, pretty excruciating kind of
geez.
injury. But Big Wattsy will bounce back, and hopefully
He'll
he's
be right.
out there again this year playing some good footy.
We like that. Jack Rewalt also with his wrist out for 4 weeks. We can talk about the other ones from round 1. Obviously, Alex Rance going into the mix there. But Lyndon Dunn with his ACL did that in an ACL in a VFL match. An ex-Melbourne player as well, going across to Collingwood. Obviously, your thoughts would be with him going through an ACL. Just tragic when you're only talking at the start of the season, and there goes your whole, 2019.
Yeah, I think in Dunny's case it's pretty, close to the back end of his career. So whether this is the way he sort of goes out, obviously he's been a Demons player for 10 years or something like that. So No one deserves that, but if that's how he goes out, it'd be a real shame, I thought.
Yeah, I actually I was at the game when it happened. It was only a small thing as well. Just went to step off and the knee went underneath him. But I seen Dunny on Monday night and he's pretty confident he can get back by the end of the year.
Oh,
and,
good. Excellent.
If they're playing finals, then he'll try and do that. So, it's probably not the end for Big Dunny. So hopefully we get to see him out there one last time.
It was a really innocuous one,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It looked like it was nothing really.
Yeah.
And so did Rance's when you know.
Well, yeah, and Jake
get
Levers last year for us. Like, he was
Absolutely.
just sort of jogging along. And,
Yeah.
and even tracks back in our first year, he was, on my first year, it was just really innocuous. So
Yeah.
sometimes those little ones often are the ones that sort of do the biggest damage, which
Absolutely.
is a bit weird.
Speaking about ACLs, I just wanted to allude to the fact the AFLW Grand Final. Congratulations to the Adelaide Football Club, but more so, congratulations to all the women from the AFLW. They had a fantastic season. For that end result, 53,000 people to turn up for a grand final is just fabulous. And what a player, Erin Phillips. And I talk about ACLs. Doing an ACL in a grand final and you've won the grand final, you end up being BOG, but then you win MVP, and now you're like the best player.
Yeah.
What a fantastic career that young lady's had.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's pretty unbelievable.
The
Yeah.
goat, the goat of the
greatest of all
women's.
time, just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, well, we had Daisy Pearce, who's hopefully she's back in action soon.
Well, Daisy probably would have given her a run for her money, but
Yeah,
she
that's
had
what
the
we reckon.
twins, so
Yeah.
she's on mother's duties.
But
She called one of her kids Roy. Did you know that?
She did not.
She called her kid the boy's called Roy. I don't know about the girl.
Really?
After you.
That's
Yeah.
why you,
Yeah,
that's why your
they're
ears
the
pricked up
fellas
for that
called
one. But she's also, just speaking of Lyndon and going back to the ASL injury, she's at 33 going on to 34 years of age. It's at the back end of her career as well. I hope she gets the opportunity to go around again because what she's doing for the development of the game in the AFLW, huge. Hats
Absolutely.
goes off to her. Please put your hands together, everybody. Thank you. That was just our little segment just to warm you up, talk a little bit of football and see where we go from there. What we want to do now, boys, we're going to talk about the tips. We're going to talk about round 3.
All right.
So let's lead into that. And what we'll do here, boys, we'll just go through the games.
Yep.
You can give me an indication as to whether you want to talk about more so, give me some tips, your thoughts, that sort of thing, or we can just brush
Yeah,
over
sure.
it with a quick tip. So we'll talk about the first game, which is on tomorrow night, Thursday, April the 4th. It's Adelaide Crows coming up against the Geelong Cats. That game is actually at Adelaide Oval, 7:20 p.m. Let's hear the Adelaide song.
We're the pride of
That'll do it. Let's go straight to the Geelong one.
We are
And that'll do there. So we get through these nice and quick, so we don't go
Sure.
into all the songs. It's not meant to be disrespectful. It's just
No, of course
we get
not. I
on
reckon
to it.
Geelong are really good. I think.
Aren't they?
I reckon. There's that holy trinity of the Ablett, Selwood, Dangerfield who they were
Yeah.
trying to cram into their midfield, and I don't think that really worked for
No.
them. And now they've got young kids. A good friend of mine, Charlie Constable's gone through there, and Tim Kelly's a Jet. So I think they're getting more youth through there. I think they're better for it, and they're going to win. I reckon.
Would you probably suggest, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but would you be thinking is Gary Ablett's probably playing more of a dusty role, so we can come into the centre, go down
Yeah.
forward,
Yeah,
and he's
absolutely.
more free to go into those positions?
He also around the midfield stoppages will come up in and sort of just float around and do some Gary Ablett stuff, and then sort of get back forward. So
Yeah.
it's more like Dusty than Gary Ablett of
For
old
sure.
probably.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go for Adelaide here. I think their midfield will probably match them.
Okay.
The two Crouch brothers are starting to play really good footy, and Sloan. And I just think,
On their home deck.
on their home deck,
Yeah.
they'll beat them around the ball and probably watch a bit of our vision, start lowering their eyes a little bit more,
Right.
and try and hit up a few leads. And but I reckon it'll be a cracking match.
Yep.
Looking forward to watching that one.
And they seem to have found their form last week after last week's game, Adelaide I'm talking about. So we've got a Geelong and we've got an Adelaide, so that's good. Let's go to this game. This is Saturday, April the 6th. This game is between Carlton and Sydney. This is 1:45 at Marvel Stadium. You must love that name. What a fabulous name that is.
Not
Very
loving have you
inventive.
guys seen the deck at the moment? It's absolutely, it looks no good. They've re-turfed it, but
Yeah.
it looks.
Yeah, apparently a few people have been ripping up the turf when they're playing, so a few blokes
Wow.
have been falling over and that kind of
How
stuff.
can they
so-
mess that up? That's
I
what
know.
just- yeah,
We're talking a major AFL ground.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It really is.
I reckon it's
Go on,
actually
be controversial.
it's going to be. Carlton are actually playing all right football, so
Yeah.
Swans.
well, yeah, I didn't get to watch them on the weekend, but you'd have to go with Swans. They haven't had a great start. They're similar to us, 0-2, but Yeah, we'll have to back him in.
Swans.
Yeah.
Have to back him in.
Swans,
The older
Swans
boys
too.
around the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the look of Sam Welsh from Carlton. He looks
Yeah.
like he's going to be a gun, and big Paddy Cripps is already a gunner of the
He's
AFL.
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We've got Sammy Walsh on the show on April the 24th, so I'm looking forward to actually meeting him and going through his development as well. It will be interesting, though. I'd like to see Carlton come down and have a red-hot crack at Marvel Stadium against Sydney.
absolutely.
And Buddy, well, he had semi-average game, round one, not so good, round two. Let's get into this one though, boys. 4:35 p.m. Another original name for a stadium. It's called Giant. It's 4:35 p.m. GWS Giants versus Richmond. Let's hear the GWS Giants. Thanks, mate. Let's go to Richmond. Awesome. Thanks, mate. I didn't play Carlton and Sydney, did I? No, and you wanted to hear it, didn't you? No, okay. Let's go to your tips here then, boys. GWS versus Richmond.
Giants looked really good on the weekend just gone, so I want to back them in. I think they've got still some unbelievable talent, and they're sort of putting it all together at the moment,
sure.
which is
Okay.
I think they've got it.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with Giants here, especially if the
Injuries.
two big dogs out for Richmond. Giants should run over them.
And they've got a couple of other caddies still out. Hawley, I'm not sure. Yeah,
I think
so-
injuries will sting Richmond, and Giants
Yeah.
are too talented.
Interesting. All right. Let's go to this one then, boys. Gabba, 6:25 p.m. Saturday evening. Brisbane Lions versus Port Adelaide. Let's hear Brisbane. Thanks, mate. Straight to Port Adelaide. And there we go. So these are the two teams I was alluding to off the top. A lot of run, a lot of depth in the young kids that are coming through. What are your thoughts here?
I mean, I want Brisbane to win. I think like they're. I mean, maybe Port beat us round one, but I like the way Brisbane play. I think
Yeah.
they've got some great young players, and proving a few people wrong. So I'd like to see them keep going.
Yeah, I can't stand Port Adelaide, so
Now that's
I'd
a
rather
good
see-
reason. I like
I'd rather
that.
see Brisbane take this one out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they've got a lot of good young midfielders coming up. Brisbane, Berry, I like the look of him, and Hugh McCluggage, is it?
McCluggage.
Yeah, he looks all right. So
Number one drafter.
yeah, I'm going to go Brisbane, and hopefully they can knock them off.
Yeah, good. All right, let's go to this one then, boys. This game's 7:25 MCG. It's Collingwood versus West Coast. Let's hear the Pies. Thanks, mate. Let's go straight to West Coast. All right, there we go. There's our two teams. What do you think here, boys? This is a grand final rematch.
I
The
can't
rematch.
stand Collingwood, but I equally can't stand Andrew Gaff. So I'm not sure.
I love it when you speak your mind. Beautiful. Well said. Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I don't know.
It's a tough one because Eagles, they obviously didn't start off too well, but they looked really good on the weekend. So, and Collingwood obviously had a great game last weekend. So I'm going to back Collingwood because I've got a few mates there, and I'd rather see them beat West Coast.
Can I ask you
For
two?
your brother.
Yeah, but then you
You got the other brother there as well.
Andrew
so-
Gaff's isn't it his first week back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Collingwood. I'll take Collingwood. Can't believe I've just said that. I'm tipping Collingwood.
Eight months has been since he's actually been out in the field.
Yeah, I know.
What I wanted to ask you very quickly, we're not going to go into great detail about this, but the Mason Cox reported. What did you think about that first before we go to obviously him then getting off?
I don't know how that sort of stuff
Yeah.
goes through. To be honest, it's and obviously he's got sort of they appealed it and
Yeah.
got it through, but it's just
It
like,
seemed ridiculous.
Yeah, how is
Yeah,
that a
that-
thing?
Waste of time.
Seeing the vision, I was like, how can that be a suspension? You know, like it was pretty soft in my eyes, and
And so
yeah, definitely wrong.
the right adjudication has been given.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
a waste of
absolutely.
time. Go in, pay your fine, whatever the case has been. All right,
Don't
let's go
even-
over to
Shouldn't
this
even
one.
been a fine, I don't reckon.
No,
So-
absolutely. But
Yeah.
the time that it takes to go in there and get it all sorted. This game, Marvel Stadium, 2:20 p.m. on Sunday, April the 7th. This game between the Western Bulldogs and the Gold Coast Suns. Let's hear Western Bulldogs. Thanks, Sammy. And just before I move on, congratulations to Liam Picken on a
Yeah.
fantastic career. What
Absolutely.
did I write down there? He's actually
198
87
games.
goals and 206 possessions.
No, 198
198
games,
games, 97...
87 goals.
Yeah, goals. Great career for Liam Picken, fabulous. Saddened by the fact of the concussion.
Yeah.
A topic that's obviously very close to your heart. I will just get this out of the way and then we'll get back to that. They're playing the Gold Coast Suns. Let's hear that. Thanks, mate. Western Bulldogs versus the Gold Coast Suns. Let's talk a little bit about what you think tips-wise and your thoughts on the game. We'll go with that first.
I think the Doggies are playing that a really aggressive, carefree sort of, caution to the wind offensive style they played back in 2016 when they won
Yeah.
the flag. So I think I think they'll be too good for the Gold Coast Suns, but I think it's just the way they're playing is probably more exciting for me, is to see the way they've sort of got back to what they won them a flag.
Libba seems to have found
Yeah.
a new lease on life again.
Exactly.
Like I don't know whether it was the Bart Simpson tattoos or whatever, putting the snack bar. He's got some weird tats on his body, hasn't he? But in saying that, he just seems to have got back to that in and under type football.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it brings the rest of the team up. It's
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd have to back the Bulldogs to win this one.
Yep.
And as you said, Libba's playing pretty well. He's a different unit by the looks of it. But
To say
yeah.
the least.
It probably frees up Bontempelli to play a bit more outside and let him use the ball, and Libba get in there and under feed it out.
Spot on. Now, just very quickly, I don't want to pay any disrespect to the topic, but just for time-wise, just the concussion rule, and what are your thoughts on later on in life? It's obviously something that has concerned you because you now do wear the helmet. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I think firstly it's pretty important to say that everyone's different. So obviously Liam Pickens' experience is different to mine, or different to everyone else's. So only speaking from my own perspective, it's I take it real serious, and I actually am happy to see that he's retired because, and he said, I'm afraid of what's going to happen because of these head knocks. I think it shows how serious that people are taking it, and I think that's a really good thing because the NFL's huge. They do a heap of research over there about how it sort of affects you later in life, and we're only really now sort of starting to see some of those things that sort of pop up later on down the track. So there's a heap of research being done. But equally, the AFL's got a really conservative stand on it. I think it's good to see that he's taking it really seriously. And if there was ever any point where I thought something could be happening later in life, I would 100% do the same. So,
do you think enough attention has been given to it from the AFL?
I think so. It's our doctor Zashana Rain's a concussion specialist, and he's always liaising with the AFL about what's the best way to go about stuff. I know they've not endorsed helmets like for the young kids because all the research, there's a heap of research and none of it's really conclusive, which makes it hard. But I think it's it's a super serious issue, and I think the AFL will do the best with the limited sort of knowledge that everyone's sort of got about it.
For sure. So would you be suggesting at this stage it's more about handled within the club?
And as I said, everyone's individually sort of
managed.
So Paula Jasny, who's we've just got, wore a helmet and hated it, and so has taken it off and it's been fine. And I'm obviously wearing one, but I've changed. So the one I wore last year was really heavy, and the one that I'm wearing now is a little bit lighter. The first 3 games, the one in Shepparton against Richmond, who did we play? Brisbane down in Casey was the weekend. We had the fires. It was about 100 degrees as well that weekend. And even round 1, it's really hot. It's hard to play with. And my head's big enough as it is, so it's almost a furnace up there. And I nearly had heat stroke about 3 separate times. So it's not not everyone can wear them.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad there's not a universally enforced rule for everyone, but. It's a really tough
One of my
topic.
other questions, and I know we're talking about that particular game, and this is a subject that I did want to talk about, is it doesn't seem to appear to hinder you in any way, shape or form. Your brand of football seems to have got better by... Is that because of your mindset that you're now wearing the helmet you feel?
No, I think that's one of the reasons they don't recommend it for young kids, because they put a helmet on, and this is the research says that a 10-year-old kid puts a helmet on and thinks, I'm invincible, and will put his head wherever he wants or she wants. And that's when helmets don't stop concussion. It's the rattling of your brain. So if I get a head knock and I've got a helmet on, it'll rattle my head around more anyway. So it's, it's not really... So wearing a helmet for me, honestly, like my mum couldn't watch unless I had one on, and she loves supporting me, and it breaks her heart seeing me go out without a helmet. So I'll probably wear one more for her than anything else.
Yeah, great.
And
it's not the answer you were expecting, was it? Yeah.
So she's had enough to deal with. So I don't put her through any more stress than she needs to. But that was what I was saying before. If I thought.
And it also gets your Brownlow votes as well.
It's a Brownlow vote is the sort of magnet for the umpire attention. But so as I was saying, if I thought the concussions would change the way I would play because I was afraid of what would happen, then I probably wouldn't be playing. And I'd had all these tests done. It was months and months of tedious, boring, annoying tests. And yeah, they've said I've got no brain damage, and I feel really good playing. So yeah, it's not something that I really.
Good
think
on you,
about
Angus,
too
because
much,
seriously, your brand of football is bloody brilliant, mate. I love watching it, and I'm sure all these people do too. One last thing to just say on that topic. You must be concerned for Paddy McCartan. Obviously, he's had quite a few,
Very.
you know, and he could be at the crossroads with his career.
Absolutely.
And so that's something that he obviously would need to consider. That's the last thing I wanted to say on it. Thanks for sharing that.
No worries.
Let's get on to this game. It's our second last game. It's 3:20 p.m. Optus Stadium, Sunday afternoon. Fremantle versus St Kilda. Let's hear Fremantle. Thanks, mate. Straight to the Saints.
Oh, when the Saints.
Beauty. All right, here we go, boys. Saints are 2 on the trot. Not doing too bad. Let's see how they go here. What are your thoughts?
It's a tough one. We've got Big Hoagie taking on Dean Kent for the first time, so a couple of old teammates.
Bit of niggle going on, you
Yeah,
reckon?
it'll be funny. A couple of
Pinchy
WA
pinch.
boys going at it. So I think Fremantle over there will get the job done.
They play that ground really well.
Yeah,
don't
they play
do.
it well, and
Yeah.
it's away from home. Saints are, I mean, they've been okay, but I wouldn't say they've been playing the best brand of footy. So I reckon Fremantle will get that one done.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Fremantle
same.
too good.
All right, good. This game, 3:20 p.m. MCG, Sunday afternoon. Hawthorn versus North Melbourne. Let's hear the Hawks. Thanks, mate. Straight to North Melbourne. And there we go. What do you think here then, boys? Hawks versus
I
North
think it's
Melbourne.
incredible how Clarko keeps the Hawks at this level for how long's it been? A decade and a half nearly. and
Absolutely. He's a genius.
He's unbelievable. I think they're going to be too good.
Yeah, Hawks to me.
And North are ordinary as well. So
They haven't had the best start to the season, have they? I know.
It'd be good to see Dommy Tyson get a win for his new club, though,
Yeah,
in North
yeah.
Melbourne.
you might have to wait a bit longer. I reckon.
Yeah.
He can just keep waiting. That's fine, he says. But Clarko, that old adage of, one soldier down, we bring a new soldier in, he's just been phenomenal over the journey. And
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Hats off to him. But this is a game that we want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. This game is proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the experts in home cinema. Let's get the big picture on this game. It is Friday night game. It's Melbourne versus Essendon, MCG 7:50 p.m. Let's hear the Essendon song. And that'll do. Let's go straight to this one and join in. It's Melbourne.
Grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag. It's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue. Every heart beats true for the red and the blue, and we sing this song to you. Should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the red and the
There you go. You can't hear it out there, but I can hear it up here, and these two are singing along, so
Oh, yeah, don't
that's,
worry about that.
that's what I like to see. Boys, let's get a little bit of in-depth into this one. We're not going to go too in-depth, but what we will want to talk about... Fortunately, you haven't had any real injuries, so there's nothing to discuss on that front, but we'll talk about the ins and outs. You come off an 80-point loss from Geelong. Let's just get straight to the question, the burning question. What did you take from that game? Talk about it from an individual perspective as opposed to a team one.
Probably for myself, just getting back to, really trying to shut out the opponent that I get given. So I started on Tim Kelly on the weekend, and he probably got the better of me in the first half, and then I switched to Danger in the second half. But the damage was probably done by then. He'd already had 27 and kicked
Two
one,
formidable opponents, mate.
But yeah, for me...
Well, not if you look at the scalps that you were taking last year. I mean,
Yeah.
towards the back end of the season, you were, and he's sitting here right now, so it's easy for me to pump him up. But, who do you have? Shuey, round 18. Was that your first one that they sent you to? Goodie?
I started on... My first time I tagged last year was against Bulldogs. Second half I tagged McRae.
Towed
And
him
then next week I've played on Selwood down at the Cattery. And stemmed on from there. But probably... I mean, my form's been okay, but I don't know if I'll get someone this week. But yeah, looking forward to getting back out there and just cracking in and having some fun.
Can I ask you, James, did you hear Matthew Lloyd, what he said on Footy Classified the other night? His point was that Essendon should come out and target you. was obviously this is coming as a real surprise.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Those big teeth, smile now.
I just found it really interesting. He was like, if you go out there and you shut down James Harmes, and obviously if you do what was done to Maxi Gawn by Port Adelaide, and you negate a few of their key on ballers, then you're halfway to like taking them all out. I found those comments more favourable for Essendon because he's an Essendon ex and he's going to say all those things. So I didn't put a lot of above forementioned appraisal to it. But now that you don't know about it, I don't know where to go with this. But
Well, did you watch the game against Geelong? Because Clary's had 44.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's going from there. But if they do, then I guess it'll be a bit of fun. And I'm sure Roy will back me up out there. And
exactly.
There might be a few little wrestles.
Good. Let's
fun.
get some rough and tough.
He likes a bit of rough.
We love that.
Yeah,
so
good.
Bring it on.
Get some rumble tumble back out there. And that's a bloody good brand of football that Melbourne play. When you guys get in and under and you start those little niggly, and I know that they're trying to cut it out, but take the fine, mate. Go for it. Have some fun.
Roy's got plenty of money, so he'll pay.
I just want to allude to this and give me some insight from your personal point of view again. Inside 50s, the Cats were 48 times for 20 goals 6, and the Demons 73 entries for 6 goals 10. What was the reason that you had more entries but you just weren't scoring, from your point of view? Not from what the commentators say.
Yeah, there's been a lot of commentary about it.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that we can sort of work on is it's probably our forward connection gets thrown around a lot. That's the sort of buzzword that everyone's been going to. But I think there's sort of two parts to it. It's the mids probably having it, you and me and Clary and those sorts of guys having a bit more composure going inside forward 50 and lowering our eyes a bit. And I think also the other half of it is the forwards, once it gets in there, obviously they've got to be, their leading patterns need to be, probably so that someone's hitting up when we're sort of looking up. Otherwise it's hard to kick if no one's there. And
for sure.
After that, once it's in there, having a contest, bringing it to ground and, tackling and pressuring. So those are probably the two biggest things there. And they're good thing about them is they're easily fixable. So, I think if we have 73
entries,
inside 50s every week, and I think they have 48.
Look out.
Oh, mate, we'll put teams to the sword. And I think that's what we did a few times last year was, absolutely when we're sort of humming and on the same wavelength, then
sure.
we can score a lot.
Absolutely. James, this question going to you then. Is it just as simple as lowering the eyes? And
Yeah, we've watched lots.
Going
watched
into the
a fair
50
bit of
I'm talking
vision
about.
during the week, where we had a lot more numbers around the ball, where we can use, each other short handballs and then find someone in space rather than just trying to kick it out of the stoppage.
Yeah.
But as Gussie said, we've been working on this week at training is having someone hit up at you, multiple different options when we're going inside 50. So, if the hit up's off, we've got someone deep.
Yeah.
And then probably we actually lost inside 50 ground balls and D50 ground balls. So that's when the ball hits the ground. The other team won the more amount of the ball when it was going in. So that's probably another reason why we lost. But to have 73 entries, I mean, things are looking all right for us.
they are. They're not...
compared to against Port Adelaide where we didn't play that well, I actually thought against Geelong we actually played a pretty good brand of footy. And we're probably just a little bit off, and hopefully this week, if we can, win the contested ball, use each other around the ball a bit more and connect forward, like we should have a really good game.
Good. That's what we all want to hear, isn't it? Excellent. What I wanted to just allude to is what's the feeling been like down at the club after the first two rounds? What's it been like? Monday you would have come back in, had your meetings. Tuesday you've been down at the club. What are you getting prepared for in your game on Friday night? What's the feeling there?
Yeah, I sort of said before that Goody's been really consistent, so it's been hasn't been super negative, which is a good thing. And I think another thing that's probably, I don't know about you, Harmsy, but for me and probably for everyone to stomach is Goody sort of came out and said that it was a step, as hard as it is, you lose by 80 points, but it's a step in the right direction in terms of the way we want to play, which if you're looking at the scoreboard, you just wouldn't believe. And even as a player, in the game, I was like, how is that? How's he saying that? How is that a thing? But, Harmsy sort of touched on it. The way we play our football is a contested contest sort of game. And from a midfielder's perspective, I think if you took us in isolation, we had the most contested ball of any other team throughout the whole round. And our clearance work with Gorney was up another notch, and we smashed them at centre bounces. And I think now it's just that's the bones of our game. So if we got that, it's just I felt like every single time they went inside 50, they were kicking goals out of their arse and stuff like that. So that won't happen every week, and you know, it's just a few little tweaks for us, and that's why it's hard. Like we're nearly there, but So
and guess what? It's only round 2.
exactly,
You know,
so yeah, it's a positive place to be still,
Good.
despite everything.
Excellent. Big game coming up this weekend against the Bombers. They're coming off a shocking start to 2019. In saying that, you guys obviously haven't had the ideal start, neither that your fans would have expected. You need to get out there and have a hard physical game of football this weekend. You want to be sore when it comes, you know, Monday, Tuesday, even, let's get real, get sore on Saturday morning, you know. You're going to need to recover. That's the kind of style of football that the Melbourne Football Club's renowned for. Let's hope you guys get back to it on the weekend. Tell me what you're going to go out and what are you going to win by?
I reckon we're going to blow them out of the water. I think we were so, and again, hard to stay because we've lost by 80 points, but we were real close to really, you know, having a real crack on the game just gone.
I reckon it'll be a tight contest up until half time, and then the way we play, we just try and grind teams down. And then hopefully we can kick a few more goals in the last half.
Absolutely.
And, hopefully we hear that song playing at the end of the game, which will be good.
Excellent. Well, that's what you all want here, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Boys, thanks very much for that. That game was proudly brought to you by the Big Picture people, the Experts in Home Cinema, 6 great locations, South Morang, Cheltenham, Fountain Gate, Hoppers Crossing, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. Please put your hands together for the boys. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being so open, honest and candid about that, and I hope you really go out there and give it a red-hot go on the weekend,
Absolutely.
Friday night. Let's get you people involved. Who wants to get involved in the show? Some people? A couple of you, all right. We'll see how this goes in. This is actually called Simply the Best. You're simply the best. Better than all. What have we got?
Geraldine?
We've pumped Duxie
Hello,
up now. You
Geraldine.
better fire up for us, mate.
Duxie,
right.
you've been at every training for the last 5 years, mate. You've
my
got to know a
entire
bit.
career.
So
Of course we've got Duxie.
So we've got Geraldine and
And
is this Sean, is it? Oh, nice to have you, Sean.
His first
Welcome
name's
to the show,
Duxie.
mate. Really
Who's
wonderful
Sean?
to have you here. What's going to be happening here, you two are going to be answering questions. These two are going to be keeping score. How do you guys keep score? You've got a really elaborate scoring system right there. A couple of table tennis paddles with some restaurant numbers on them. So we're going to start at 1. I need you to both test your buzzers. Sean, can you test yours?
Sean.
Well done. You can say Duxie as well if you want.
Duxie.
Sounds
Please
better.
say Duxie.
Geraldine?
Please.
Geraldine?
Wonderful. I'm going to reel off these questions. As soon as you think you know the answer to the question, you buzz in with your name and we'll see where we go. So Duxie, Gus is going to be playing for you. And Geraldine, you've got Harmsy. Good about that?
Gerald.
All right.
Let's get him, Ducks.
Let's see how we go. Here is your first question. Get ready to buzz in. How many premierships has your
Geraldine.
club won? Geraldine?
12.
Correct. That was pretty quick, Duxie.
Holy dooly.
Did you not realise we'd started? Yeah.
That's
okay.
all right.
Here we go. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Duxie.
Duxie.
5.
Correct, mate. Well done. He's back. All right. Who was your team's captains?
Geraldine?
Duxie.
Oh, Geraldine,
Nathan Jones and Jack Viney.
Jack Viney and
Did you
Nathan
refer
Jones
that
is
one
correct.
to
Well
the
done.
third umpire? I thought Duxie was in there pretty early as well.
He was, but unfortunately, no.
Yeah. Come on,
Let's
Ducks.
go here. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Duxie.
Geraldine?
Oh, Duxie.
That was Duxie.
That'll be Jack Viney.
It would be Jack Viney. Well done, mate. Closest to within 1,000. How many members does your club
Geraldine.
currently have?
Duxie.
Geraldine.
45,000.
That would be right. 45,248 when I took this down
That's
on
what
Monday
Duxie was
afternoon.
going to say. You took it out of his mouth.
Yeah, but I reckon it could be 46,000 now.
Oh,
Can someone check that? Can we get
okay.
a
Someone
fact
check that.
Well, that's nice, but we're not playing it like that, Duxie. So thanks
Bad luck,
anyway.
Ducks.
All right, where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season
Duxie.
last year, Duxie? Your answer would be 5th would be correct. Well done, mate.
Well done, Ducks.
How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away
Geraldine.
season, Geraldine?
14.
Correct. Well done.
Too good.
What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play, Geraldine?
1964 against Collingwood.
Well done. Beautiful.
All right,
Can't keep
Armsy,
up.
Come on, mate.
How many points did you win that grand final
Geraldine.
by, Duxie?
That was 4 points.
It would be, correct.
Duxie.
How are we going score-wise? 4 versus 5. Nice and close. Geraldine, just keep your microphone right under your chin so I can hear you when you buzz in. Thank you.
Come on, Ducks.
This is for 2 points.
Oh.
Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2017?
Duxie.
Duxie. 2
Jeff
points, the
Jeff
person
Garlett.
and the goals. Your answer was Jeff Garlett? Was that your answer?
Was
You
it?
can say yes or no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
That was your answer, but no, it wasn't. Did you want to have a go, Geraldine?
Jesse Hogan.
No, it was Tom McDonald with 53 goals.
Yeah, I was
Bad
going to
luck,
say
guys. Man.
That's all right, mate.
Here we
There's
go.
plenty more questions.
How many times was David Neitz Melbourne's leading goal kicker?
Geraldine.
Geraldine?
4.
No. Would you like to have a guess, Stuxy?
Yes, he would.
5.
No. 7.
Oh.
Bad luck,
No,
guys.
I didn't know that one.
So we've got 4 versus 5. This is worth 3 points, so whoever gets this is going to be our winner.
Come on, Ducks.
Who was so for 3 points, understand, what I'm going to be asking for is the number of votes, the year, and who was your last Brownlow medalist?
Geraldine.
Geraldine, for 3 points.
Go Geraldine.
Shane Woden.
It was Shane Woden. The year,
2000.
correct, and the number of votes.
Come on.
24.
Correct. Oh! Well done. 24. Well done, Geraldine. You're bloody awesome. Geraldine, you are simply the best. Well done.
Don't worry, Ducksy. Next time. That was unbelievable.
Well done.
Oh, gee whiz. Keep that away from Harmsy.
That's yours, Geraldine.
That's unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We'll get a photo. Congratulations, Geraldine. That's a fantastic prize.
That was
You've taken away the Cheesecake Shop. Duxy, we bloody love you, mate. There's a That's Good Footy beanie.
Yeah, get that in
All
here,
right.
Ducks.
Cover that
Give
mullet.
that to someone else because I know you've already got about 18 of them at home. But there's a merchandise pack, and in there is a Cheesecake Shop $40 voucher, plus a Comics Lounge, Lobster Cave. Just have a lot of fun with it, mate. It's all yours.
Don't worry about that.
Good on you, mate.
Ducks.
Thank you. Well done, buddy.
Next
Love
time,
your
mate,
work,
we'll be
Ducks.
right. We'll be right.
Yeah, we'll be right. We'll be right. That edition of Simply the Best was brought to you by the Cheesecake Shop, the nation's most loved cheesecake shop, made with love. That was from our lovely friends at Box Hill South. So thanks to the guys from the Cheesecake Shop. That was fantastic. Really enjoy that.
Geraldine, keep that cheesecake away from Harmsy because he'll hook right into
I'm
that
getting
if
a
given the
bite.
chance.
I'm getting a piece.
We'll need
I
some
was on the team.
Maybe a knife and fork at half time for Geraldine. What we now need, we're going to actually play a little segment. We need 2 contestants, two young kids. Are there kids in the room? What's going to happen is, let's introduce the segment. It's called Say My Name. Beautiful. So what's going to happen here, boys? We've got the lovely Angelique and Liam down the front. Angelique, you're going to be playing for Angus. Are you happy with that? Yep,
Yes.
good. And where's he gone? Liam, you're going to be playing with Harmsy. You cool with that?
Let's go, Liam.
Yeah, all right. I can't hear you, so I just presume you are. What's going to happen here, boys? I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. There's 45 seconds on the clock. The questions are, I'm going to give you a player's number from your club. You have to give me their Christian name and their surname. That's their first and last.
Sure.
All right? So,
You get that, Harmsy? You get that, mate?
so what we're going to do, who'd like to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. We like it when they volunteer, don't we?
We got this,
Yeah.
Angelique.
All right. So what's going to happen here is, Angelique, you're going to keep score. When you hear this noise, that means that he got it right.
So just
All
keep him going the whole time.
You keep churning it over.
Is it
Get a nice
taken
little
in
workout.
turns?
Sorry?
Taking in turns? Or?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, so
Angus-
he goes for 45 seconds.
Angus will go first with 45 seconds on the clock. Angelique will keep score. I'll
Good
say
luck, Rory.
correct. You'll hear that noise. You flip him over. We'll see how many he gets at the end of the 45 seconds. Are you ready to go, Gus?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Your time starts now. Number 39.
Neville Jetta.
Correct. Number 21.
That would be Braden Bruce.
It would be. Correct. Number 36.
That would be Jeffrey Garlett.
Correct. Number 35.
That would be Kay Chandler. Harrison Petty.
Yes, correct. Yeah, we got it. And number 32.
That is, was Thomas Buggy, is now Thomas Sparrow.
It is. Well done. Number 17.
That's Sam Frost.
Correct. Number 1.
Stephen May.
Correct. Number 11.
Max Gorn.
Correct. Number 15.
Billy Stretch.
Correct. Number 3.
Christian Salem.
Correct. Number 7.
Jack Viney.
Correct. Number 16.
That's Kate Colajasny.
Correct. Number 29.
That's Jaden Hunt.
Correct. Number 9.
That's Charlie Spargo.
Correct. Number 10.
That's Angus Brayshaw.
Angus. Number 12. Correct.
That is Toby Bedford.
Correct. Number 14.
That's Michael Hibbert.
Well done, mate.
Sneak that last one in.
Yes, you did.
16.
16.
I don't know if I'll get this.
Fair effort.
Honestly, I don't know much. about
Mate, well done.
Number 10 was unfair.
That was brilliant. That was
I'm
good.
nervous.
Good scoring, Angelique. Well done.
How'd you
Got
go?
a,
Did you
fair,
keep
got
it
a
up?
fair
That was
workout
all good?
there.
Yeah, nice.
Felt like you were doing a bit of a windmill. That was brilliant.
Thanks, mate.
Congratulations. You ready to go, Liam? Yep,
go,
you're going to be
Liam.
playing now for James. James reckons you're going to be going faster than that. You're going to take off, he reckons. You'll be swinging them around that fast. So we're going to start with your first one, mate. Are you ready to go?
Give him number 4 off the bat. Get him going.
Nah, here we go. Ready to go? And time starts now. Number 14.
Michael Hibbard.
Correct. Number 28.
Pass.
Oscar McDonald, number 19.
Jeez, I'm not good. Army Shannon.
Correct. Number 4.
James Harms.
Correct. Number 22.
Number 22 is, I don't know, pass.
Aaron Vandenberg, number 2.
Nathan Jones.
Correct. 23.
That is Jimmy Jordan.
Correct. Number 20.
Corey Maynard.
Correct. Number 13.
Clayton Oliver.
Correct. 24.
24 is,
Jake Kennedy.
got no idea.
Jay Kennedy Harris. Number 5.
Christian Petraka.
Correct. 25.
Tom McDonald.
Correct. Number 6.
Jordan Lewis.
Correct. Number 8.
That is, who is number
Jake Lever.
I'd say, I don't know.
Jackie
I'm not
Lever.
good at that game. I'm no
Wow.
Who won that one?
Score?
Sorry, Liam.
10. 10 or not, it doesn't matter. He didn't win. It's all right.
nowhere near.
Angelique, you won. Liam, bad luck. That was fantastic. Gus, congratulations. What's going to happen here?
Bang. Cheers, mate.
Because
Sorry,
you were both fantastic, there's a prize pack for you, my dear. Oh, a nice big stretch. Everything that's in there, some of it you can use, some of it you'll have to give to your parents because, well, that's just the way it is. Unless they change rules soon, but I don't think they will. And there's one for you, Liam. Congratulations to both
Stuff,
of you.
Liam.
Thanks
Sorry,
for
Liam.
playing, guys.
Thanks for playing, Angelique.
Thanks, Dave.
I was no good at that.
Well done. How you going, boys?
Yeah, great.
Bit of fun?
I don't know my teammates by the sounds of it. So.
I'm worried about you turning up for training, or at least at some point going down to the club
Good
and going.
to see my memory still works. That's good.
That is nice. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you, mate.
Yeah, correct.
All your faculties are intact. So what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, we want another 2 contestants to get involved. Whilst you're coming up, I'll introduce it. It's called Playing to Win. What's going to happen here, you guys are just going to be keeping score. It's going to be as simple as that.
Alrighty.
We're going to pass you the paddles, right?
Oh.
And the boys are going to be answering a series of questions.
Oh, this is not going to
Not
go.
this again.
This
Jesus.
is a doozy. This segment, as I just introduced it, is called Playing to Win. Sandy, do you want to give him a look at the wheel? These are the categories that are on the actual wheel. TV shows, hit songs, grand final winners, Brownlow medals, that sort of thing. You get the idea.
Hansi,
There's
you
7
just-
categories with 10 questions in each category. When the wheel gets spun, who'd like to go first? Angus, you went first last time. Angus,
Yeah.
great. James is
Off you go.
volunteering.
Mugs away.
When Sandy spins the wheel, whatever category comes up, you've got 10 questions within that category. And Jonathan, you're going to be keeping score, okay? You're going to be keeping score for James. And I'm sorry, it's Matthew, you're going to be keeping score for Angus, all right? So Sandy, give the wheel a spinner. Let's see what subject they've got.
I didn't know I was doing this. I didn't know it was all,
Yeah.
I didn't know this show was about this.
Yeah.
I'm no good at this kind of stuff.
You know, when we text each other, I don't go into any
No, you
detail.
didn't.
No.
You stitched me right up,
All right, what have we
and I
got?
love it.
Brownlow winners.
Ooh.
You're kidding.
How are you with Brownlow?
I didn't even know my own teammates' numbers, so I don't know I'm going to go around those.
Well, I'm gonna help you out here, all right? I'm going to give you 2 choices. I'll give you the year, and you can give me the player, or I'll give you the player, and you have to give me the year. What would be easier?
You're not great with numbers, mate, so I'd go with the names.
I'm going to opt against Angus's suggestion. I'm going to go the year.
You want me to give the year, and you're going to give
Actually,
me the
no,
player?
give me the player. Give me the player.
All right. Okay. All right. I reckon you're going to get a workout here, Jonathan. You might want to sit down and grab a beer or something. All right. Here we go. It's going to be the same question that I'll be asking. Who won the Brownlow in? All right. So I'm going to give you the player. You're going to give me the year. We're correct on that? Yeah. All right. The first one is Chris Judd. What year did he win the Brownlow?
2008 and 2010.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Well done.
Is that
you.
one point for each right answer?
No, just 1 point for that one.
Bad luck, mate.
So just
Stitch up.
1 point there, Jonathan. You're more surprised than anyone, aren't you?
I guess that. I think.
Good on you, mate. Let's try this one. Who won the Brownlow? The person is, what year? Jimmy Bartell.
That would have been 2009.
No, 2007.
That was my next guess.
You're playing by Duxie's rules. Let's go with this one. The Brownlow in this year was won by Jason Ackermanis. What year?
No chance.
1998.
2001.
Wrong millennia.
Sort of not really close, no. All right,
I was going to go 2002.
I'll give you this one. There were two winners, Trent Cotchin and Sam Mitchell. What year?
Ooh, you should get this.
It's when Joe Watson won it,
But then he didn't.
and that was the year of 2015.
No,
2016.
2012. Yeah.
Was it that? Was it that long ago?
7 years ago.
Gee whiz, I did not know that.
Who won it? I can give you the person. You give me the year. Nath Five.
Now, that's 2016.
No, 2015. How's that beer going down there, Jonathan? I told you need one.
He's finished. Someone get him
All
another.
right, this player. What year? Matt Prudis.
You've got no idea.
2016.
2014.
I almost feel
Similarly close.
Yeah, I did.
All right, this year, Shane Crawford.
I've got no idea. 1999.
1999. You'd be correct in saying it's 1999. Yes, 1999. Well done.
That's because
I changed it.
everyone laughed
Yeah,
at him.
I know,
You
I
changed it up.
I know. Gary Ablett Jr. What year?
Come on, mate.
I don't watch the Brownlow like you, mate. So, 2011.
2013.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
You got two more.
How many left? Pull me out of my
Two
misery,
more.
please.
Two more. What is the score? He's got two, hasn't he, Jonathan?
That's not a
You're
bad
rolling
effort.
in the cash, mate. Adam Goods. What year?
2008.
2006. And your last one,
You
Dane
sounded
Swan.
confident. Swanee.
Now this one have to be
They've both got tats.
10.
2011. Wow.
That's hard. That's
it is.
harder
It
than-
is a hard one. You finished up with a total score of 2. Jonathan is jumping out of his skin. All right. Let's see what the next segment is that gets brought up. Let's see how you go here, Angus.
All right.
Sandy's bringing in
I've
the wheel.
talked a big
Matthew.
game. I've talked a
Give
big
him
game.
something.
Let's see how
hard.
this one goes.
What happens if I get Brownlow medal winners again? Just
we
different
just-
years.
Yeah. Oh, we could go again.
Yeah, I mean,
No. All right. What are we looking at?
Grand final winners.
Yes.
There you go.
Alrighty.
James is happy. It's all right. That's what it is. I'm going to do the same thing for you, Angus. I'll give you either the year or the team. Which would you prefer?
I'll take the team, thanks.
The team?
No, you're
All
a math man.
So I'll
Good
give you the
numbers.
team.
I've
You've
got
got
the
to give me
numbers
the
up
year.
there.
Matthew, you're going to be keeping score.
All
Come
right.
in a little bit, Matt and Jonathan. There you go. All right. So I'm giving you the team. You're going to give me the year.
Yep.
All right. Carlton.
1993.
95. No score there. Hawthorn.
The most recent. Or any one
All
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah, it's a bit hard, this one, but we'll go with... just,
Well, 08 was
yep,
Lewis
that'll do.
first.
Yeah, he's got it. All right, that'll do. All right, this one, Sydney.
12.
Yes, and 5, and yes. This is a very difficult one to actually give it the other way around, but anyway, we're going with it. Brisbane. Just give me one of them. Any one that you
03.
know. That'll do. Excellent.
There's a win already.
Port Adelaide, any year?
That would be 2004.
Beautiful. Excellent. Hawthorn, well, we've done that. Hawthorn, we've done that. So you're going to get... he's got those both right, but throw in a year for Hawthorn. 2 years.
14 and AFL 15.
Correct. There's another one. North Melbourne.
Their last one was 1999.
Perfect. Well done. Brisbane.
I've already said 03, so 02 or 01. Take your pick.
01. Beautiful. And the last one, Adelaide.
1998.
97. No good on that one. Finished up with a total score of 7. What you two didn't realise is you were paying for cash.
Oh, I'm so
Sorry, Jonathan.
You've been stitched up, mate.
Right? You ended up with a total score of 7, so you get $35 in cash. That's not bad. You, Jonathan, ended up with 2. You win $10.
If we had it on TV shows or something, it would have been all right. But Brownlow winner's no good.
There's your $10.
Don't spend it all.
It really means you. He is so excited. I can't believe it. Thanks, Jonathan. And
Thanks, mate.
10.
Don't shake that hand, mate. He's done that. You don't. He doesn't deserve your handshake, Jonathan. You got to earn it, mate. You've got to.
Thank you, Matthew.
Cheers, Matthew.
Thank you, Jonathan. Well done. Thanks for playing along, boys.
I'll be so glad.
They were hard segments, guys.
Mate, that was
That wasn't that easy. And, you know, to be honest, you probably got a lot more than you deserved then, Matthew, but that was fantastic. Thanks very much. Well, the questions were the answers were just about given. But either way, we got a winner. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, man.
You're
Yeah.
cleaning up tonight, mate.
Oh, it's Harmsy, and
Yeah.
he's a great man.
I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Let's put it that way.
Oh, you're street smart. He's street smart.
I'm very
There you
street smart.
go. So what I wanted to allude to is that segment is actually brought to you by one of our big sponsors called the Big Picture People, and they've been gracious enough to actually supply us with the cash for that segment. But more importantly than that is they're going to be giving away our grand final prize this year. It's a spectacular big screen home cinema package from our great friends at the Big Picture People, the experts in smart home cinema. Imagine watching the 2019 AFL Grand Final with a giant 3-metre screen. That's huge. That's really about the size of that banner. Complete with an incredible surround sound package. For your chance to win this amazing That's Good for Footy big screen home cinema pack, simply go to www.thebigpicturepeople.com.au/good for footy. You'll get all that information off the That's Good for Footy Facebook page. It's available there. Fill out your details. It's only available for Victorian residents only. That's with courtesy and thanks to the Big Picture People. Please put your hands together, everyone. Thank you. Well done. All right, what we're going to do now, guys, we've just got one little segment to go, and then we're going to get over there and get some photos with all you lovely people in front of the banner, and we'll come back, we'll give away some prizes, do a couple of other things, and then we'll be finished. What we need to do here, though, is I'm going to ask you a series of questions in this segment. It's called What Can I Say? So the way this one works, boys, is I'm just going to ask you a question, and you can either give me a one-word answer or you can talk about it. We can go into a long-winded answer if you want. What are your thoughts on AFLX version 2019?
I didn't mind it. I didn't get to play because I had the shoulder. Rico wasn't available, but yeah, looked like it was good fun and would have been fun to play.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. All right.
I've gone the one word, Hansy.
What are your thoughts on pre-season games?
Hot.
Hot?
Just get through them.
Just get through them.
Just get through. Don't get injured.
Which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? The smell of deep heat, fresh cut grass, pulling on your jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hands, or the sound of the crowd?
Sound of the crowd.
Pulling on the jumper.
Oh, all right. Good. What are your thoughts on the banners?
Yeah, ours are elite. Ours are unbelievable.
Yeah.
We've got the best banner makers in the league, I reckon.
Good.
Yeah, ours are unreal. As a kid, you kind of dream of running out through them. So every week you kind of take it all in. And I've never really actually run through it and like smashed it though. I always go under because it's such good work from the.
The craft's too good. If you
the
try and
Demon
go
Army.
straight through it, you get coat hanging and look like a goose.
Too much sticky tape around the neck, yeah. If you were kicking a goal to win the game, where would you most prefer to kick it from?
Armsy kicks them from anywhere, don't you?
No. I like to kick them from about 35,
55
40.
for Armsy.
35
a
to
set
40?
shot, yeah.
Set shot, and any degree of angle or execution?
Probably if I was looking at the goals this way, on the right-hand side of the goals, and just try and kick it through the middle.
Yeah, good. What about you,
Whatever,
Angus?
Gus.
Yeah, 45-degree angle. I got a little bit of a draw,
Yeah.
so I'd start it outside my right post and work it back. 40
Good.
metres
All
out.
right. Excellent. Your thoughts on the 50-metre penalty rule where a player can play on whilst the penalty is being measured out?
A bit confusing,
yeah,
a little bit, but
confusing.
it will sort of get ironed out once everyone
Yeah.
sort of plays a bit more.
Yeah, a bit different. But obviously, lets the game flow as well. So, the old 50-metre penalties had to wait till the man was up at the 50-metre mark where the penalty has started from. So, I guess it's to just keep the game flowing.
In saying that, James, is it not possible for a player further down the field just to go, hey, you get on that mark and...
As in, I think someone else is allowed to take the mark, but you can sprint as fast as you can to get there. And if someone tries to block you, then it's another 50 metre. So it's a bit confusing at the moment.
Cool. Understood. Are you happy with the current length of an AFL game?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, good. Should Tasmania have a team of their own?
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon.
Oh, good.
I reckon, yeah.
All right. Thursday night footy is?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Yep. Your thoughts on runners being not allowed onto the field during play?
No good.
Yeah,
No
no
good?
good.
No good?
They should change that.
Okay. Melbourne supporters are?
Unbelievable. Yeah, no, I don't know if you guys... Maybe there are a few of you here. So when we played our first final against Geelong, sorry, Armsy, I'm going to go off.
No, you're right, you can, mate.
I drove in with Jonesy to the ground and we got there nice and early because he's a bit nervous. So we've gone in and we've got there about a couple of hours early. And I've sort of walked up the race with him. And the MCC was already filled full of Melbourne fans, like 20,000 already. And they saw it must have been the glint off his shiny head or whatever. And got
your
really
big
excited.
pill.
My big pill. And they've just, full applause from 20,000 people when like no one else was in the stadium. And that was like unreal. And so I think that for me set the tone. Then we had that game was unbelievable. The Hawthorn game the week after. And even in Perth, like the amount of support that we had there. It's a very lonely place when you're playing away in Perth. So the noise that was there from the Melbourne contingent was
Brilliant.
huge. Yeah, so we got unbelievable fans.
Good on you, mate. Good. Thanks for sharing that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me, I was actually a Melbourne supporter growing up, so I actually didn't realise how passionate and how big our supporter group was. So to come in and, to meet, the likes of Duxie... not saying as a joke. Like I've met heaps of people through football, and every week when you go out to run, you've got the whole Demon Army and all the supporters behind you, and when you hear that roar, the players love it.
Bloody awesome. Well done, everyone. I like it. Would you play State of Origin if you were called upon?
Absolutely.
Oh, geez.
They should get it going, I reckon.
Emphatic answer. I like it. Would you prefer to play in a day or twilight grand final?
Day.
Day for me as well.
Okay, good. Is the 6-6 rule good for the game?
I reckon it's all right.
Well, I mean...
It's good for the midfielders because we can run out of the square and try and kick goals. That's about it.
But, they try to... The coaches are... They think the coaches are idiots, I think. Like, if we wanted to +7 behind the ball, it doesn't take a whole lot. So I think it's like... I think it's good for like the first second, and then other than that, it's a bit of a waste of...
Good answer. Okay. If you were to describe yourself as a car, what sort of a car would you be?
Mazda BT50, which I drive at the moment.
Very nice. Get a sponsors plug in too. I love it. Apart from Jaguar,
it's
of
a
course.
2000. It's an absolute piece of junk that's just getting by, but it's got a massive
BT.
ticker. I drove Harmsy out tonight. You love it, don't you?
It's a great car, mate. It needs a bit of work, though, I won't lie to you.
shit. Oh, really?
We're struggling to get up a few hills out here, but I would have to go for a Ford Ranger.
Nice.
Just a
All
ute
right.
as well.
Yes. Well thought. Well executed. Do you prefer the coach to be on the bench or in the box?
Box.
Yeah, box, so if you're going to get a spray, it's over the telephone.
What is your favourite go-to kick when kicking for goal?
Just drop punt. I take
Drop
my
punt.
8 steps and then 8 joggings and then usually a snag.
Was it awesome to see, it's evaded me right now, the goal that was kicked after the quarter-time siren up in Brisbane?
Barrel.
This Paul
Yeah, the
Seating
barrel.
Yeah.
How good was that?
Hunty kicked one as well last year.
Yeah.
You guys remember that? Absolutely.
few years
Hunty
ago.
did that up in the
Yeah,
Northern
yeah,
Territory.
yeah. That's unbelievable. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
awesome.
brilliant.
Yeah, I'll go for just a drop punt as well.
Yeah, okay. Do you like the split bye round in the fixture this year to rounds 12, 13 and 14?
Oh, yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It obviously keeps the games going over those weekends. So it's a little bit weird when it's the middle of the footy season and there's no games on. So
Yeah.
I guess it's good for the fans and obviously good for the players to get
Dare
a
I
rest.
say it's good for footy.
Hey! Love that. Get that in the promo, Sam. Well done. Being an AFL footballer is?
Unreal.
Yeah, great fun.
Good. Etihad roof, opened or closed?
Closed.
Contentious here.
Yeah,
Because
well,
the next question will be the playing surfaces.
Oh, garbage. But so the time we played round one there, it might have been a couple of years ago, and the Taylor Swift or someone had just been there.
Yeah.
And they'd re-turfed it all, and I had to water it, and the roof was closed, but it was really humid because they'd kept all the moisture in. So I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
don't like
wow.
Etihad Stadium very much. Marvel Stadium a whole lot, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I hear you. Is football now a game adjudicated by interpretation?
Yep.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Okay, that's a
Do
shame.
you know what adjudication means, Harmsy?
No, I don't. Do you?
Yeah.
I could let this go on, but I
Give it
won't.
to us.
You want the definition of
Want
adjudication?
the Oxford Dictionary.
Well, so when a judge makes an adjudication, it's an interpretation. It's his ruling, his or her ruling.
Well, yeah, that's why I said yes, because you see, that was what I was going to say.
I could stop it. I could stop it. I could let it go.
If you knew what it meant, I'm just.
I
Well
thought you
done.
would ask for a definition.
No.
I love it.
That's why I asked you.
Thanks, man.
This is great. Your favourite ground to play on around Australia, apart from the G?
Adelaide Oval.
Trying to think where I've played good. Oh, Gold Coast.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Metricon?
Metricon Stadium, yeah.
Yeah. Playing for the Melbourne Football Club is?
A big honour.
Yeah, it was
Big
an
honour?
honour. I was gonna say.
Honour. Excellent, like it. Who's your Brownlow tip for 2019?
Roy Brayshaw.
No, five.
You've come
Nate
third
Fyfe.
last year, mate. Back yourself in.
All right, I'll pick myself.
They did show that photo of you holding your medal, which was from the under six.
The med-
It was still in my
The medal's
car.
actually in his car, so if anyone
yeah,
wants to
'cause
buy it,
it's,
it's just there.
Well, it's an under 12s soccer medal that I scribbled on, so it's not. I think it wouldn't be worth much.
All right. What's better, mark or goal of the year?
Mark.
Mark, all right, simultaneously. Melbourne Football Club at the end of the home and away season this year will finish
Fifth.
Third.
5th and 3rd. All right, you're in the top 8. That's good. When you see a poster or merchandise of yourself, what do you think?
Who's that good looking?
What the hell?
Who's that
No, I'm
good-looking
joking.
rooster?
I'm joking.
Oh, my head looks terrible in all those
Yeah,
photos.
usually you're like, is that what I look like? Gee whiz. My teeth are massive.
Nah, that's a good smile, mate. I love it. What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's weird. 'cause
yeah.
I used to be a massive footy head when I was growing up, so I used to have numbers on my back, and
Yeah.
seeing kids with it now, and
Yeah.
it's weird. It
Good on
sort
you.
of wigs me out a bit. It's
Because
good.
that leads me into the next question is, did you wear a player's number on your back, and if so, who?
Matt Pavlich, 29. I was born in Perth, so
Okay.
was a Fremantle supporter.
makes sense,
and,
for sure.
The Super Pav was my guy.
I was actually, Mum and Dad, for some reason, would always just give me handy-down jumpers. They'd never
Right.
buy me one. So I actually don't remember having a number on. I just used to get old woolen Melbourne jumpers that I used to love wearing around. So, but I used to love watching Brock McLean, Travis Johnston, obviously Nathan Jones,
Tough nuts. I
That's why
like
he's
it.
got all the tats.
Yeah.
Jeff White,
Yeah.
just to name a few players.
Yeah, good. Excellent. I love it. Well said. Do you prefer a Melbourne summer or winter?
Summer.
I go summer, yeah. I like to go for a surf and
Yeah.
get in the water and like the hot weather.
Yeah, good. Chill time. Why not? Describe Melbourne traffic in one word.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, just to
well.
be polite.
Yeah, instead of a swear word.
I get you. If you had to choose one, just one, music or TV, which would you choose?
TV. Game of Thrones. It's coming in about 10 days.
Yeah.
If you had to-
Harmsy's a great singer.
If you
so-
had asked me this one a couple of years ago, I would have said TV, but I like going to music festivals and seeing live music. So I was lucky enough to go to a massive festival in America last year called ACL, Austin
Oh, yeah,
City Limits. And, you know, some of the greatest acts in the world played there. So I'm going to go for live. It was music, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Excellent. What is your favourite takeaway food, e.g., KFC, fish and chips, pizza, McDonald's, Chinese, Thai, and how often do you have it?
Mine's probably... It's a mix-up between the KFC...
Yeah.
Dirty Bird.
or pizza. And I would have KFC, if I'm lucky, maybe once every month and a half, 2 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But pizza I'll have after most games. So,
Okay,
yeah.
good. All right.
Yeah, I like pizza as well. They give it to us after we play, so it's pretty easy to get a hold of. But
Yeah.
off season, it sort of
Yeah.
spikes up a little bit more.
As it
doesn't
does. That's understandable.
A few Macca's runs at 2 a.m. The 2 a.m. Macca's runs kill you.
Excellent. 2 last questions here, boys. How much time in hours do you spend on your phone a day?
1.
1 hour?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a fair bit.
It's all right.
A fair bit, probably 4 hours,
4 hours? Okay.
maybe. Oh, maybe, I don't know.
That's a lot of time, man.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe not that much, but I like to sit on my phone and watch videos at night before I go to sleep.
Well, that's not bad.
What sort of videos,
All right.
huh?
Just on Facebook, anything from,
What
you
sort
know,
of
we're
videos?
talking surfing, we're talking
Yeah.
just fails.
It's all right, mate. It's all safe.
yeah.
Everything's cool. All right, here's your last one, boys. What's the one thing you would most want people to think or know about you?
I'd like to think that. I think the way that a tough footballer. That would be a good thing to have
Good.
people think about you.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd probably be similar, if I was to finish my career, someone who was tough and hard at it and just had a good respect from the community and something to know about me that I'm a proud uncle and proud family man.
Beautiful. Great answer.
Armsy.
I love it.
Going deep.
Well
getting
done.
deep.
Yeah.
See, that answer was so good. Even Angus wanted to get in on it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming along. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nice of you to come out and support the Melbourne Football Club and be part of the 2 boys that are here tonight. Keep an eye out for the That's Good for Footy panel shows. We're going to be doing at least another 2 Melbourne shows this year. If you want to know where they are, get onto the website and come along to them. Bring your friends. The last Melbourne show we did down at the Chelsea Heights, we had over 190 odd people down there. So we'd love to see as many of you get out and come along and support the show and the club and the team and the players that are on the show that night. I need to just quickly allude to the fact about our sponsors. That's Good for Footy panel shows would not be possible if we didn't have the help of our sponsors, because these not a cheap exercise to put on. We love that you all come along and support it, but we need these guys. So I just want to allude to them. The Framing Queen, Sandy does all the framing for everything that you see tonight. And if you've got anything you want done, like your jumpers that you all get signed or your footy boots or whatever, see Sandy. She's got her own Facebook page at the Framing Queen. She can look after you there. The Big Picture people, thanks to them for the cash prizes plus the $11,000 big screen TV they're giving away at the end of the year. The Comics Lounge, there was passes for that. You've won those. Thanks to them. The Hamper World, congratulations. That's your second one. Wow. Brilliant. You'd love the Hamper World. Get on and tell them that you love them. Cheesecake Shop, congratulations. Where's our lovely winner of that? Geraldine. Awesome. Enjoy that. Let them know that you do as well. Burley Seacombe, they're all the footballs. Thanks to all them. And 3D Mini League for the figurines that you guys won, really. But congratulations. That's bloody awesome. Thanks to everyone for getting involved in that. What I now just want to say is we've got some other shows coming up. These are teams that you may not support, and obviously that's the case, but tell your friends. If you've had a good time, you can get onto the Facebook page and you can do 3 things. They start with an R. They're review us, rate us and register. If you want to review us, that'd be great. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, because no one likes a whinger. But it'd be great if you've got something nice to say. It'd be fabulous. You can get on and do it. Upcoming shows on April the 10th, we've got St Kilda players Tim Membry and Jade Gresham live from the Village Green in Mulgrave, just down the road. April the 17th, we're heading over to Airport West to Skyways for North Melbourne's Jack Zeeble and Sean Higgins. April 24th, Carlton players Jack Silvani and Sam Walsh live from the Bridge Inn in Mernda. April the 3rd, May the 1st, excuse me, April the 3rd's tonight. You can come to that show if you want. Yeah, it's on tonight. May the 1st, Geelong players Tom Stewart and Mark Blixas live from the Village Green in Mulgrave. On May the 8th, Collingwood players Jaden Stevenson and Josh Thomas live from the Hallam Hotel in Hallam. And on May the 15th, Richmond players Trent Cotchin and Tom Lynch live from Skyways Hotel Airport West. Those names I just read out, they're not your C and D grade players. They're like the best of the best, just like these 2 were tonight. So it was great to have James Brayshaw. I keep saying it. It was great to have James Harms and Angus Brayshaw along here from the Melbourne Football Club. Thanks very much, guys. How'd you go tonight? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was great.
Absolutely loved it. Good fun.
Excellent.
I'll have to brush up on my Brownlow medal knowledge next time. So
More importantly, get to know the players you actually play
absolutely.
football with. I reckon that...
I
don't worry about that.
need a little confidence boost, so it was good to meet up on Hansi for the night.
I'm glad you boys were available tonight. Thanks very much for coming along. I hope we get you back again. You guys all loved having me, didn't you? Very open, very candid. Very nice. It was wonderful. If you want to know more about the shows, get onto the That's Good for Footy Facebook page. I've told you about the next 7 shows over the next 7 weeks. Tell your friends, spread the news, get along to the That's Good for Footy panel show. Thanks to Sam tonight. Thanks to the lovely Sandy. She looks after you guys. She comes in, she greets you, she looks after the tickets, raffles. She does everything. So thanks, Sandy. Really appreciate all the work that you put in behind the scenes. It's pretty simple. This has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Cheers.